rocket like rocket fuel.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready?
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game.
They've got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 9. Opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. 58, come on. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check it out.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He can't get him down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And able to find Conley. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fournette, a first down carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. This is Hines. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Go. 56. Mike, 56. Watch QB drop.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
56 is the mic. Here it comes. Alert 3.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
It's a gain of 18.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Pass complete here to Sanders. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Snap.
10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Walker, the other Colts linebacker with over 100 tackles a year ago, making the play there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Minshew, 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Walker, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
On the ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Brissett now. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing. Brissett into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the whip.
Now it's Hines. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Down. 56. Check 56. Not today, you are. Not today.
Brissett on 1st down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
In your face.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Brissett. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, it's Fournette. And some room to work. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 31-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Here's Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Brissett. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of
Here
6.
comes the ball.
Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. On the delay, here's Hines. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go now. Switch the outlaw. You remember me. You remember me. Let's go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So here we go. The Colts will go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a...
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 44, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williams.
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 45.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now Brissett steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brissett on 3rd and 2. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Rush in. Hey, Echo, on the ball. Let's go.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. 20. He's got the hook up with Conley. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Minshew. This is caught. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Ready, set.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check right. Hey, zoom. 5.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville,